When Warframe went into open beta, there was a Warframe that became popular among a lot of players when it comes to leveling items, survival, interception, defensive missions, you name it. Trinity was that lady, and she still is, but she was very powerful, way powerful back then. For a Warframe with a low armor and no direct damage from abilities, Trinity with the right build and the right player will become a tank. And while you have Warframes with abilities that can deal damage directly, all Trinity does is redirect that damage, create energy, heal squad mates, and then control the narrative of every single mission. Now that's how powerful this Warframe was, and most people who played Trinity back then and those who still do, they know that. They know she is very powerful. She became the anchor and the beacon of hope, and out of that honorable role will later rise the two major builds for her, Energy Vampire and Blessing. She served a role greater than a support role in Warframe. She became the mother figure you take into battle. Every time you see a Trinity hop into your tile set, you know you have things coming up. You have the support of Blessing, and then you have the support of an Energy Vampire. It is one of those two things, or both of them at the same time. In Warframe, we have these methods that people use to level up weapons. In Warframes, you group up within affinity range in a small room, interception or defensive mission. You stay together for 10 to 15 waves, and by the end of those, you are able to max out every single thing. In those missions, people will look for a CC, they will look for a DPS, and then they will always ask for EV Trinity. This was in the good old days of Draco on series. It was a beautiful memory. That was a great memory that was shared across players, across missions, and even in the latest raids. And just talking about it just brings back that feeling of nostalgia. They say lightning strikes before the storm, but with Trinity, there was no lightning. It was just storm for a lot of players. This became a big turning point in Warframe. Nerfs and other changes had been rolling in like a tidal wave from every corner. No one knew that Trinity was going to be next, and when it happened, we all thought it was a mistake and maybe it was just DE bluffing. However, it wasn't. Trinity's abilities were adjusted so squad mates have to be within range to benefit from her abilities. DE decided they will base the benefits on range instead of just being in the squad. You can no longer receive that almighty blessing from anywhere across the map, and people were not so happy about that change. We had missions where you can divide into groups and know that if your squad mate needs healing or they're about to die, you can help them from any location across the map, and that was that mighty power that Trinity possessed. This deadly blow became part of a chain of events that replaced Draco, later in the future ended raids, and then also changed Trinity forever. People in some cases will pick Oberon over Trinity because renewal has no range limit once you have been under the effects of the initial cast, and after the nerf, people will even say that Trinity is dead, but I will tell you today that Trinity is very much alive, and what keeps her alive is what keeps every Warframe alive as well. The creativity of the community that plays them. When DE makes a change, we always find a way around it, and that is the truth. And regardless of all these things and all these changes, she is still the powerhouse of every support in Warframe. She can shred armor, reduce damage, heal allies, add any percentage you want, and also redirect any incoming fire. Trinity, in my opinion, is the sorceress queen in Warframe, and anyone who chooses her know that they carry with them a relic of the Warframe universe. From grace to grass to redemption, she will always be a powerhouse of a Warframe.